Hi YouTubers, it's Smoking S787. Again, for the second time today, second video. It's been a while since I've done two videos in one day, but I thought I'd do another video today. This video is going to be on two topics, or two questions rather. The first question we're going to answer, this is a question for myself. This is from my point of view. This is what would happen if I did this. The first question we're going to answer, and this could apply to you. I think this does apply to every pipe and cigar smoker. First question we're going to answer is, what would happen if myself or you smoked our pipes and cigars and or cigars all day long? So, and this is generally the topic is going to be, this whole video is about just smoking pipes and cigars a lot. And I mean a lot. Like non-moderation, a lot. So, what would happen if I, typically I smoke 3 times a day. Usually once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening. So, and that to me I consider as moderation. Usually 2 pipes, 1 cigar. So, I will admit I've smoked 4 times a day occasionally, but not on a regular basis. So, I try to keep it to moderation because pipe smoking is obviously not healthy, so I try to keep it to moderation. So what would happen if I smoked, constantly, all day long? If I use my pipe and or cigars like cigarettes. So, if I just constantly smoked all day long, well, not only is that very unhealthy, but it's not really, we're not talking about the health point of view, more what would happen to my daily life. So, what I think would happen to my daily life if I did that, if every single day, from the time I woke up in the morning to the time I went to bed, I just chain smoked my pipe and or cigars all day long, I think it would become a very, very serious physical addiction. I think I would be getting enough of the nicotine absorbed in my mouth and swallowing my saliva. I probably would have a very serious addiction to nicotine. So, I think that I wouldn't be able to do the things I enjoy anymore, because obviously pipes and cigar smoking is not my only hobby. I enjoy doing a lot of things like walking downtown, having, lunch with friends, dinner with friends, going to the mall, going to the movies on occasion. I'm not a huge movie buff, but I do go to the movies occasionally, a couple times a year. So, I think if I did that, if I smoked constantly, all day long, I think I wouldn't be able to do the things I enjoy anymore. I think I would have to have a smoke every half an hour to hour. I think every half an hour I would need to have a pipe or a cigar. I think that's what would happen. I think it would become a very serious physical addiction. I think even if I smoked 5 or 6 times a day, it would become a very serious physical addiction, where I wouldn't be able to control it anymore. Right now, I'm able to control how much I smoke. I do like to smoke. It's more of something I like to do a lot. It's not something I have to do. But I think if I smoked constantly all day long, I think it would become an actual physical addiction, where if I didn't smoke, I would have physical withdrawals. So, that's question number 1. Question number 2 is kind of actually a little bit, not really. What it is a lot of people, even when we smoke our pipes and cigars in moderation, there always are exceptions. Like, for example, Kel, Smoking His Pipe Dreams, says, oh yeah, last summer I was smoking, 6, 7 cigars right in a row on my deck. Because it was a really nice warm day, he could do that. Or a lot of times he'll sit in his room at night and smoke pipes and cigars, or pipes, for hours and hours and hours. So, what we're going to answer in the second question is, what is the short-term, I'd say, consequence of smoking a lot of tobacco? So, if you're planning to say it's a really nice day, and you want to, sit outside all day and smoke, say, 4, 5, 6, 7 pipes, assume it's not windy, or like 4 or 5 cigars, or I would love to do this myself. I can't, because I can't smoke inside my house. But if I had my own place, if I could smoke inside my room, I would love to just sit in my room all night, you know, doing an all-nighter and just smoke all night long. So, and when I get my own place, I'll do that, and I'll try to film it if I do it. But that might be a couple years down the road. So, what is the short-term consequence of doing that? So, say I did an all-nighter, I sat in my room all night long and smoked pipe after pipe after pipe after pipe, or cigar after cigar after cigar, and yes, it would be very smoky. Well, I think the short-term consequence would be, say I started at 8 o'clock and then I ended at 6 o'clock a.m., 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., and I just smoked all night long. I think if I went to bed, say 6 a.m., well, I think one of the immediate things is I would get kind of buzzed. Even if I wasn't smoking high nicotine tobacco, I think I would get pretty lightheaded, pretty dizzy, and if I wasn't careful with my blood sugar and keeping, you know, drinking and eating, I think I would get kind of nauseous after a while. Because you figure that's 10 hours. That's 10 hours. So, and a typical pipe like this is my biggest pipe right here, would probably last me typically about 45 minutes. So you're talking at least, you know, 10 to 15 bowls of pipe tobacco, or 10 cigars. So I think the short term, I think I would get pretty nauseous and pretty dizzy and pretty kind of sick feeling from doing it. But I think the long-term consequence of doing it, not long-term, sorry, I think the day afterwards, I think my mouth would really hurt. I think that would, for anyone who's thinking about doing that, just be aware, you know, it's not a big deal if you do that once in a while. If you do it like, you know, a couple times a year, or even once a month, it's not a big deal if you do that. But just be aware that when you wake up the next day, if you're doing an all-nighter like I would do, just be aware that your mouth might be really sore, your tongue might be really sore, especially your tongue. That's where you taste the smoke. Especially if you're smoking aromatics, you might have a really sore tongue the day afterwards. Your tongue might be kind of sore and painful while you eat. So that's basically what would happen. Just want to do this video. It just was on my mind, and I thought I'd share a few. Give me your thoughts. Peace out, bye. See you guys later, and bye.